Robots versus humans. Will AI wipe out tech jobs by 2026 or just change them forever? Today, we dig into Deloitte's agentic AI data, the battle over return to office mandates, and new jobs you need to know about. We stand at a crossroads of fear and hope. The question echoes in every office, every Slack channel, every late night conversation. Will a robot take my job? Headlines in 2026 are full of stories about artificial intelligence, its relentless march into the workplace. It's easy to feel a sense of dread that human skills are becoming obsolete. But the reality is much more complex than robots versus humans. The short answer, AI alone is not the primary job stealing force. Instead, business decisions. Companies are pouring billions into AI. Deloitte committed $3 billion through 2030 for generative AI. Microsoft is projected to spend over $80 billion in fiscal year 2026 on data centers and chips. This level of investment raises questions about workforce reduction. If a machine can do a task faster and cheaper, why keep a person? This logic misses a crucial detail. Today's AI is a powerful tool, not a perfect replacement for cognition, judgment, or creativity. It can automate tasks, but it can't yet replicate the nuanced understanding and strategic thinking that defines professional work. So what's the reality? The landscape is shifting, not collapsing. Jobs aren't disappearing, they're transforming. We'll look beyond the alarming headlines about layoffs, return to office mandates, and new AI roles, aiming to replace fear with clarity and provide practical, actionable advice. New language is coming into the business world. It describes a big change in how work gets done. Words like human agent and human digital hybrid workforces are no longer just fancy words from a consulting presentation. They show a real thing that's happening inside big companies. Deloitte, one of the biggest professional service companies in the world, is actively changing its job structures to go beyond the usual consulting jobs. The company's CEO thinks that soon every employee will be helped by one or more AI agents. This creates a workforce that is, as they say, both human and agent powered at the same time. This is a big change in what an employee even means. Imagine a marketing person who no longer spends hours pulling data by hand from different places to make a weekly report. Instead, they tell an AI agent to gather the data. The AI agent looks at how things are performing. The AI agent makes a first draft of the report with important information. The human professional then checks the work. They use their smart thinking to understand what the findings mean. They add their own creative touch, and they present the final plan to their team. The AI agent handles the boring, time-consuming tasks that repeat. This frees up the human to focus on thinking deeply, building connections, making the final decisions. This way of working isn't about getting rid of people. As a Deloitte report points out, the high level of independence in these agents isn't meant to replace people, but it will change what human workers do today. AI acts as a strong helper, an analyst, a productivity booster. The human acts as the leader, the planner, the final quality checker. The news cycle in early 2026 has been full of announcements about big tech companies laying people off. Microsoft, Meta, Amazon. It's easy to blame AI for this, and many headlines have done just that. A survey by resume.org found that 44% of hiring managers think AI will be a main reason for layoffs. But if you look closely at the numbers and what companies are saying, it's a bit more complicated. The tech industry saw 1.17 million layoffs in 2026. The main reasons were company changes and cutting costs, market pressure, and too many employees after the hiring boom during the pandemic. Direct replacement by AI was a much smaller part of it. Amazon CEO Andy Jassy clearly stated that the recent job cuts were not really about money or even AI. Instead, the decisions were about changing the business and making things more efficient to make shareholders happy. Similarly, Microsoft's planned layoffs of up to 22,000 employees are mostly thought by experts to be because they need to pay for the huge costs of building AI infrastructure. This is a really important difference. Companies are letting people go from departments like Xbox Gaming, Azure Cloud, and global sales to free up money and invest in the future promise of AI. They're betting that this investment will pay off later. Forrester Research found that many companies are firing workers for AI capabilities that don't even exist yet. people are losing their jobs not because a machine replaced them, but to pay for making the machine that might one day replace someone else. AI becomes the public excuse for a classic company move to cut costs. A tough prediction from Forrester suggests that half of those laid off because of AI will quietly be hired back, often in other countries or for less money, showing it's about saving on labor costs, not just automation. Alongside headlines about AI and layoffs, another battle is brewing, the return to office mandate. In early 2026, big companies like Microsoft rolled out rigid new policies. Starting February 23rd, 2026, employees living within 50 miles of an office were required to be on site at least 3 days a week. On the surface, this is presented as a move to foster collaboration, innovation, and company culture. But for many employees, these mandates feel less like a culture building initiative and more like a tool for workforce reduction, a soft layoff, or a quiet firing. When a strict return to office policy is enforced, a percentage will quit rather than comply, voluntary resignations that require no severance. Those who relocated, those with caregiving responsibilities, or those who value remote productivity may opt to resign. The company reduces headcount and salary costs without a formal layoff announcement. Critics and engineers within companies like Microsoft have called the policy a soft layoff tool. The timing is suspect, often coinciding with cost-cutting and formal layoff rounds. Reports indicated the mandate signaled gaming, Azure, and sales teams to brace for a significant staff reset. Workers should understand the official policy and their agreement, then initiate a dialogue with their manager with a business case for continued flexibility. Also prepare for an unfavorable outcome. Update your resume, activate your network, assess your financial cushion. While some jobs are feeling the squeeze from automation and others are going through big company changes, a whole new kind of job is popping up super fast. The AI revolution isn't just about cutting back, it's also about creating new things. As companies put billions of dollars into AI, they really need people who can build, manage, and use these powerful new systems well. In 2026, job sites are full of job titles that most people had never heard of just a few years ago. Two of the most important new job titles are AI agent engineer and prompt engineer. Word cloud highlighting prompt engineer and AI agent engineer. The AI agent engineer is a very technical job. These folks design and build the fancy AI agents that can do tasks all by themselves. Their job needs a lot of knowledge in how modern AI is built, how AI learns by trying things, and systems with many agents working together. They use tools like LangChain, AutoGen, and semantic kernel to get agents to work together and connect them with other tools. A job ad for this position asks for experience in thinking for themselves, making decisions, and doing tasks on their own. The prompt engineer mixes technical smarts with creativity and good language skills. They design, test, and make better prompts to get AI to give accurate, helpful, and correct answers. These jobs are showing up in almost every industry, from money matters to healthcare and teaching. Besides the main ones, jobs like AI orchestrator, AI security specialist, and AI ethics officer are becoming more common. These roles help AI systems work together, make sure they are safe and fair, and ensure AI use fits with company values and rules. Out of all the new AI-related jobs, the role of prompt engineer has really caught the public's eye because it feels like something anyone can do. Doesn't necessarily need an advanced degree in machine learning or 10 years of coding experience. Instead, it needs a mix of logic, creativity, and language skills that many professionals already have. By 2026, it's become one of the most wanted careers. Understanding how to become one offers a practical path into the AI-driven economy. The main part of the job is to act like a translator between what a person wants and how an AI works, creating instructions to get the right result. Get really good and hands-on with the main models. Go beyond just casual use. Try out ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini in a structured way. Treat prompts like experiments. Set a goal. Write an initial prompt. Check how good the output is, and then make small, controlled changes. This job uses skills from quality control, research, and even law. Frame your skills. Document your experiments in a portfolio. Show a case where you made 5 personalized marketing emails and how you did it. Many jobs don't need certifications, but they want proof that you can think critically and solve problems using AI. The job world is always changing, caught between what AI promises and what companies need. Fear is normal, but doing nothing isn't an option. First, build your AI knowledge, your AI IQ. Only 16% had a high AI IQ in 2025, only 25% in 2026. This gap is your chance. Start small. Use AI every week for real work, writing emails, summarizing documents, brainstorming ideas, analyzing data sets. Change how you see yourself. List results, not tools. I use generative AI to cut down market research time by 30%. Show your impact with numbers. Highlight what AI can't copy. Your judgment, your moral compass, your empathy, your relationships. What should workers do now? Learn AI tools. Ask for flexibility and focus on the human judgment that robots can't replace. Predictable tasks, repetitive tasks, and tasks with a lot of information are the first ones to get automated. This frees up workers to focus on solving hard problems, building relationships with customers, making plans, and making sure things are done fairly. The main idea is to help, not to replace. Workers who team up with AI as a co-pilot won't just get by, they'll do really well. The real danger is not changing with the times. This paper will explain the real things that are shaping the job market for 2026. We'll look past the scary headlines about lots of tech jobs being lost. We'll also explore why companies are making people come back to the office and how that's used to manage workers. We'll show you the new jobs that have appeared because of AI and give advice for those who want to learn new skills. The goal is to replace fear with clear understanding and to give you useful and practical advice. The future of work isn't something that just happens to you. It's something you can get ready for starting today. Companies are already building the tools. AI wants to make complicated business tasks automatic and help human workers do more. Learn to work with these systems, becoming the human part of the human agent team. If this video opened your eyes about AI, please like and subscribe. Thanks for your time.